Retirement doesn't mean slowing down, not if you've got a sailboat and a horizon to chase. In fact, more and more men over 60 are trading in lawnmowers for tillers and finding a second wind out on the water. And why not? Sailing solo in your 60s is a whole different kind of freedom. No schedule, no noise, just the wind, the waves, and a boat that feels like home. But here's the thing. Not every boat out there is built with solo sailors in mind, especially when you want simplicity, safety, and comfort without sacrificing seaworthiness. You want something manageable, something that won't have you scrambling around deck like a teenager with a death wish. You want a boat that's forgiving when your back's a little stiff and reliable enough that you're not spending half your time with a wrench in hand. So today, we're counting down 5 of the best sailboats for retired solo sailors. These boats are compact, capable, and built with just the right mix of ease, safety, and serious cruising potential. Whether you're dreaming of weekend getaways or full-time living aboard, these are the boats that can help you write your next chapter, one anchorage at a time. The Pacific Seacraft 34 stands out as a dependable and comfortable choice for retired solo sailors seeking a boat that balances offshore strength with live-aboard convenience. This vessel has a well-earned reputation for being ocean-capable without being intimidating, making it a great fit for sailors who want to take their time, go far, or simply enjoy coastal exploration in peace and safety. With a full keel and a cutaway forefoot, the Pacific Seacraft 34 offers excellent tracking and directional stability. This kind of hull design contributes to a smoother ride and easier steering, especially useful when relying on a wind vane or autopilot. For a solo sailor, this means fewer corrections and more opportunities to relax while underway. The moderate displacement further adds to a forgiving motion at sea, which is kinder to aging joints and muscles during extended voyages. On deck, everything is laid out with practicality in mind. The cockpit is deep and secure, providing a protected space for handling lines or riding out rough weather. Sail controls are within easy reach, and the boat's manageable sail plan keeps the workload realistic for one person, with roller furling on the head sail and reefing lines that can be led back to the cockpit. Sail handling is straightforward and doesn't require excessive effort. The interior of the Pacific Seacraft 34 is compact yet functional, designed with long-term cruising in mind. It includes a V-berth forward, a pair of settees in the saloon that can be used as sea berths, and a fully usable nav station. The galley is equipped with a 2-burner stove, deep sink, and icebox or refrigeration depending on outfitting, all arranged for efficient use even in a seaway. Ventilation is well thought out, with multiple hatches and opening ports that help keep the interior cool in warm climates. Storage is ample for a boat of this size, with lockers and cubbies tucked into every usable space. This makes it easier to stock up for longer voyages or seasonal living aboard. The boat's systems, including plumbing and electrics, are designed with durability and ease of maintenance in mind, which is ideal for sailors who plan to handle their own upkeep. One of the most appreciated aspects of the Pacific Seacraft 34 is its traditional design. The boat's graceful lines, solid build, and sensible layout give it a classic look while still being highly functional. It's not built for speed or modern flair. It's built for confidence, longevity, and comfort. For retired sailors seeking a low-stress, highly capable sailing experience, the Pacific Seacraft 34 checks all the right boxes. It provides a safe and manageable platform for solo sailing, whether that's along familiar coastlines or far beyond the horizon. The Alberg 30 is a classic cruiser that continues to earn its place among solo sailors who value simplicity, reliability, and timeless design. With its long keel, narrow beam, and traditional lines, this boat offers a calm and predictable ride that's especially well-suited for retirees seeking a peaceful, manageable sailing experience. Designed with traditional cruising priorities in mind, the Alberg 30 excels in stability and balance. The full keel and attached rudder make for strong directional control, reducing the need for constant steering adjustments. In moderate to heavy weather, the boat remains steady and secure, tracking well and avoiding the skittish behavior that some fin-keel boats can display. This consistent handling is a real benefit for solo sailors, allowing for longer passages without excessive fatigue. The cockpit layout is straightforward and uncluttered. It's deep enough to feel safe in rougher seas and designed for easy operation. All the necessary sail controls are accessible without needing to move around too much, which is important when you're sailing alone. The tiller steering is responsive, and the overall sail plan is modest, which helps keep the workload light and manageable. Inside, the Alberg 30 has a simple but efficient layout. The V-berth forward is followed by a compact head compartment, and the saloon features a pair of settees that can double as sea berths. The galley is minimal but functional, typically including a stove, sink, and basic storage. While not spacious, the interior feels secure and usable at sea, with handholds and fittings placed where they're needed. The boat's limited size does mean compromises in living space, but many solo sailors find this to be more of a benefit than a drawback. With fewer systems and components to maintain, the boat stays lightweight, reliable, and easier to care for. This simplicity extends to mechanical and electrical systems, which are generally minimal and accessible for those comfortable with do-it-yourself upkeep. The Alberg 30 is not a fast boat by modern standards, but it makes up for that with consistency and character. It performs best in moderate conditions, where its hull shape and rig combine for a smooth, steady pace. It's not the boat for racing from port to port, but for enjoying the rhythm of the sea and moving at your own pace, it fits beautifully. For retired solo sailors seeking a low-maintenance, trustworthy cruiser with classic charm, the Alberg 30 remains a practical and appealing option. Its manageable size, forgiving nature, and proven offshore capabilities make it a solid partner for relaxed, rewarding sailing adventures. The Baba 30 is a full-keel cutter that blends rugged capability with a warm, inviting interior. An ideal match for retired solo sailors who want a strong, traditional cruiser without giving up the comforts of home. Built with long-distance sailing in mind, this boat carries a reputation for solid construction, dependable handling, and a layout that's both practical and charming. The hull shape, featuring a long keel and a high bow, gives the Baba 30 excellent stability and tracking, particularly in heavy seas. This boat isn't built for speed, but for safety and comfort over the long haul. It moves with a reassuring steadiness, and its weight and keel design help it hold course with minimal input. Especially appreciated on extended solo passages where autopilot or wind vane systems do most of the steering. The cutter rig offers flexibility in sail management. Having the extra staysail adds options when the wind picks up and reduces the need to constantly reef the main or head sail. With well-led lines and good deck ergonomics, handling sails solo on the Baba 30 can be done calmly and efficiently. The boat's moderate displacement means it's not easily knocked around, and the tiller or wheel responds with a slow, steady hand. Down below, the interior is a real standout. There's a rich use of teak and attention to detail that makes it feel more like a small floating cottage than just a boat. The craftsmanship shows in everything from the cabinetry to the joinery. For a solo sailor, the space is cozy without being cramped. There's a functional galley with a deep sink, stove, and decent storage. The saloon features comfortable seating and a small dining area, and there's a private V-berth forward along with a compact but usable head. Ventilation is solid, with opening ports and hatches that keep the air flowing in warmer climates. Storage is more generous than you'd expect for a 30-foot boat, thanks to smart use of available space throughout the cabin. The Baba 30 is especially well-suited for sailors who plan to take their time, whether it's coastal cruising or slow ocean passages. It's not flashy or fast, but it's strong, trustworthy, and full of character. For a retired sailor traveling alone, it's a boat that offers a strong sense of home, both at sea and at anchor. The Cape Dory 28 is a boat that embodies simplicity, seaworthiness, and charm. Designed for serious cruising in a compact and manageable package, it appeals strongly to retired solo sailors who want a boat that's easy to handle, but still capable of taking on real adventures. With its full keel and traditional lines, the Cape Dory 28 offers a predictable, gentle ride that makes extended time at sea or in anchorages a genuine pleasure. At 28 feet, this isn't a boat packed with bells and whistles, but that's part of the appeal. It's built to do the basics well, without overwhelming you with complex systems or crowded layouts. The full keel keeps it steady and tracks nicely under both sail and power. It handles well in a variety of conditions and has a forgiving nature, making it especially suitable for sailors who are cruising at a relaxed pace. Sail handling is straightforward, with a sloop rig that keeps things simple and efficient. The boat is small enough to allow for easy, single-handed operation, and lines are often led back to the cockpit, allowing for adjustments without needing to go forward. The helm responds smoothly, and the moderate displacement gives it a pleasant, stable motion even when the weather gets choppy. The interior is compact but thoughtfully laid out. There's a V-berth forward, a small head, and a main saloon with a pair of settees and a fold-down table. The galley is minimal but functional, usually equipped with a small stove, sink, and icebox. There's plenty of wood trim and classic styling throughout, giving it that old-school nautical feel that many sailors still love. Storage is adequate for coastal cruising or even extended trips with good planning. There's space for basic provisions, tools, and gear, though you'll need to be selective and organized. The limited systems also mean fewer things to maintain, which is ideal for the solo sailors who prefer to spend more time sailing than fixing things. The Cape Dory 28 isn't a fast boat, and it doesn't boast luxurious accommodations, but it doesn't need to. It offers reliability, ease of use, and a quiet confidence that makes it a great companion for relaxed, meaningful sailing. For retired solo sailors who want to enjoy the simple pleasures of the cruising life, this boat delivers exactly that. The Vancouver 28 is a tough, go-anywhere cruiser built with serious sailing in mind, all within a compact and manageable package. It's especially well-suited for retired solo sailors looking for a boat that offers offshore confidence without the burden of maintaining a larger yacht. With a reputation for seaworthiness and thoughtful design, the Vancouver 28 is a real sailor's boat, solid underfoot and surprisingly roomy inside. This is a heavy displacement, full-keel vessel designed with long-distance cruising at its core. Despite being under 30 feet, the hull form and ballast ratio give it a sense of purpose and stability that you'd normally associate with much bigger boats. The keel-integrated rudder and strong tracking ability make it easier to keep on course, whether underhand steering or with a self-steering system. That predictability is especially comforting when sailing solo over long distances, where energy conservation and simplicity matter. Rigged as a cutter, the Vancouver 28 provides excellent sail handling flexibility. The staysail comes into its own in heavier weather, helping to balance the sail plan and reducing strain on the helm. Everything is laid out with safety and solo operation in mind. Solid handholds, well-placed winches, and lines often led to the cockpit. The motion is predictable and comfortable, with a steady feel even when conditions get lively offshore. The interior is one of the surprises of this boat. It's compact, sure, but extremely well thought out. There's a sense of depth and security below deck, with a U-shaped galley, a small but usable chart table, and a cozy saloon with enough room to relax or sleep on passage. Forward is a snug V-berth, and the head is tucked in neatly but with enough elbow room to be practical. The layout prioritizes function over flash, giving you exactly what you need for extended time aboard. Ventilation and lighting are also well addressed, with opening ports and hatches that keep air moving and natural light streaming in. Storage is smartly arranged, allowing for efficient use of space without clutter. It's a boat you can provision for a long haul without feeling hemmed in. The Vancouver 28 is the kind of boat that quietly gets the job done. It doesn't shout for attention at the dock, but out at sea, it earns respect. For a retired solo sailor who values strength, balance, and self-sufficiency in a compact hull, it's hard to find a more capable little cruiser. Thanks for spending some time with me walking through these 5 classic cruisers. Each one brings something a little different to the table, but they all share the kind of reliability, comfort, and simplicity that suit a retired solo sailor perfectly. Whether you're looking to explore quiet coves, follow the seasons down the coast, or head offshore for something bigger, these boats can take you there without fuss or drama. Sailing solo in retirement isn't about speed or showing off, it's about ease, trust, and enjoying the journey on your own terms. And that's exactly what these boats offer. So, if you're getting serious about chasing that dream, one of these might just be the right fit. Take care, sail safe, and I'll see you out on the water.